Welcome to LC Muscles 28 territory.
Still a nation.
Shock the system.
What's going on, everybody? This is LC Muscles 28 here, back with a brand new video. It's hate week number 16. So, there's no intro this week, no funny intro, no bullshit, no nothing. We don't need to deserve that this week because this week we're coming in off 3 straight losses. We got embarrassed on Monday Night Football. And right now, things aren't looking good for us. But I'm not giving up on my team like some other people have, unfortunately. I'm still believing my team. I will not give up on this team until they are eliminated. They're still in the postseason, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't matter where the fuck we are. The postseason is what matters. But this week, though, we do have a team that we play pretty often, and the good thing is we dominate this team pretty much every time we play them, and that is the Indianapolis Colts. And thanks to Dashi for providing a lot of the information, a lot of the TTC members throughout the season, and the only Colts fan I know of in the TTC is Naptown Finest 97. So I've seen your content before the hate week. I wanted to give you a shout out, man. I don't hate your team at all. I respect your team. You guys are a good competitive team. Best of luck this week, man. No hate, but it is my hate week. I will have to say you're going to be our rival this week. And I may be a rookie, but I'll be able to bring the heat this week. That's for sure. We play the Indianapolis Colts this week, and the thing is, we pretty much own the Colts. It doesn't matter we have Luck, Andrew Luck, Phillip Rivers, Jacoby Brissett, or Brian Hoyer. Any of the quarterbacks that the Colts bring up against us, they can't beat us. The last Colts quarterback to actually beat us is now retired, and that was Peyton Manning. Before that, you're getting a Pittsburgh Steelers team that is pissed. Even more pissed than we have been last week. We let the Cincinnati Bengals beat us. Sure. Our offense isn't the best right now. Sure. But here's the thing, though. We're going to be getting some key pieces back this week. And right now, a win gets us the AFC North. Doesn't matter if it's week 16 or week 17. And right now, we need to make sure that we get this win. Pure and simple. Our offensive line is still really damn good. We allowed a sack once again, which stinks. It's 2 consecutive games in a row. But we're still 11 sacks given up the entire year. That's still pretty good. 14 games, 11 sacks. Honestly, you really can't go wrong with that. You can't. And let me just tell you guys something right now. We're still number 1 in takeaways and number 1 in sacks. Thank God we have 71 straight games with a sack. We're number 2 in points allowed per game because we had to allow the Bengals to beat us on when we weren't prepared, which I'm going to say we weren't prepared. But the last 2 games of the year, we got playoff caliber teams. And you know how Tomlin prepares his team for playoff caliber teams. He knows what to do. And we made some improvements on Monday night in some things, but still, we were at a piss poor effort, and everyone's overlooking us this week. Everyone's saying, oh, Colts are going to blow us out. Oh, Colts are going to do this, blah, blah, blah. I even admitted that my Crow video, I was not confident. But now, after realistically thinking about it, I have more faith in us, and I'm not going to give up at all. So forget my Crow. I was drinking a bit. I was just not in the right mindset. I was upset. I was angry. But now I'm more focused. I have a clear thought process. And now I'm ready to go ahead and talk about why the Steelers are going to beat the Colts. And we're going to upset you guys. That's right. This week, we're underdogs. And when we're underdogs, it makes us play even harder. Because we've only been an underdog a few times this entire season. We are favored by a bare minimum against Buffalo, so that doesn't count. We were not favored against Tennessee, against Baltimore, and we won both of those games this year. And the thing is, I know Colts fans right now are expecting a good game. I'm hoping you guys are. And you're also expecting the fact that the Steelers may be a bit weaker than they were last year. honestly, I think our team is better. I think we just made too many mental mistakes, and now we need to get things back going the right way, which can definitely happen. We got 2 more weeks left. All we need is a win. Any of these 2 weeks, we're AFC North champions. That's it. That's all we need. Pure and simple, that's all we need is one AFC win. That's it. We're not going to get a bye week. I don't mind that. Because you know what? The last time we didn't have a bye week when we went to the playoffs, we made it to the AFC Championship game when everyone doubted us. So, I will tell you guys something right now. Don't overlook the Steelers. Everyone wants to clown the Steelers right now, but come the next 2 weeks, I think people are going to start looking at us a little bit differently. I'm not going to be giving up on the season. I'm not going to say the season's over. I'm not. I may have some problems with the offense right now, but the thing is, things can be fixed easily. And let me go ahead and tell you guys why the Steelers will walk away with a W in our Heinz Field home finale, regular season finale, this upcoming Sunday. Now, getting into the game, there are some things we need to address. The run game has been extremely inconsistent, and it's because of Randy Fichtner. When we ran the ball, Benny Snell did a decent job, and now we're going to be getting James Conner back this week. That is going to be a huge help for us. We're also probably going to be getting Robert Spillane and Kevin Doxson back as well. Both things will definitely help us out. And I am more than certain we're going to play well against the Colts. This is a team we've owned since 2010. And I think it's going to continue here. Because we have never had a 4-game losing streak under Tomlin other than 2013. That was the only time we had a 4-game losing streak. We've had 3-game losing streaks, but not 4. Only once. That was in 2013 to start off the season. And that was the start of the season. And last year we had a terrible start to end the year, but teams figure out offense. I'm just going to tell you guys something right now. Randy Fichtner, go fuck yourself. You're not calling plays anymore. If I were Ben, I would tell you go fuck yourself the next couple weeks. I'm going to call the plays. We're going to build plays around me and what I want to do. I don't want you on this team because Randy Fichtner is going to be fired after this year. He is. You cannot provide a good enough offensive game plan when you have this much talent. It's a problem. I don't know if Eric Ebron is going to be 100% ready to play. So Vance McDonald, if he is out, please step up. I know the rest of our defense should be back to a decent level because unfortunately we're missing Robert Spillane until this year. We did miss Devin Bush and Bud Dupree. It's shown over the past few weeks, but the Colts have a decent offensive line, and if we can at least get 2 sacks against the Colts, we'll be more than fine. I would love to see it get 3 sacks, because right now, we just need to continue our pace. And Phillip Rivers, old man Phillip Rivers, thanks to Adonis, is not the most consistent quarterback. Against good defenses, Phillip Rivers tends to choke a lot. And I don't know if you guys remember, in 2018, we got screwed against the Chargers in that Sunday night game. And I know Ben Roethlisberger has that on the back of his mind. I know he does. And Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger played each other many times. So Ben Roethlisberger knows how to prepare for Phillip Rivers. And he'll tell that to his team. Defense, just get to Phillip Rivers. Limit the run game because the run game defense has been pretty bad the past few weeks. We need to limit Jonathan Taylor. We need to make sure he does not get a good run against us. The receivers, I'm not too as much worried about because Phillip Rivers is more inconsistent when throwing the ball. They try and rely on the run game more. They're kind of like of a Cleveland a little bit over the past few weeks. They've been relying a lot on Jonathan Taylor. But T.Y. Hilton is someone you should be able to cover. Joe Hayden and Steven Nelson, you guys are doing your best. And the thing is, if you look at the game on Monday night, the defense tried their best against everything, and we gave up touchdowns from short fields out the turnovers. If we cut down the turnovers, we'll be in much better shape. We're still number 1 in the league for interception. And I know we can get a turnover or two after Philip Rivers. Come on, man. You just gotta play with some heart and passion. You gotta. If we lose, if you don't have that passion, we're going to walk away losers. But I know we do not give up in Pittsburgh. We don't. Last year was a rough year because teams figured out our offense. But we need to come into this week with a much better game plan. And I'm hearing Ben Roethlisberger starting to practice more. He hasn't been practicing all of the time in regards to the season. Like he the past couple weeks, ever since the Bengals game, he may be able to get with the Bengals the first game, but after that, with the Ravens game, with the Washington game, with the Buffalo game, with the Cincinnati game, he's only practiced about a few times. And I'm hearing Ben is going to be practicing more this week. So Ben, I understand you're old, you're a veteran, but you need to be able to be there in practice to get the reps with everybody so we can perform our best on the field. And last week was a good sign. We didn't have any drops after having 13 drops in the previous 2 weeks. We didn't have any. It was just more Ben not being consistent, Ben overthrowing, and Ben just making terrible decisions. Cut the bullshit, Ben. Play the game you know to play. You know how to play a good game. And what we need to do is we need to tell Randy Fichtner to shove it. Run the I formation. When you ran from the I formation, good things happen. But when you decide to do this cutesy, drawly, shotgun draw and jet sweep shit, teams have figured it out. So it's time to get back to the basics. It really is. Just play smart. Do not get any turnovers. And when you guys play against top tier teams, you guys come out to play a lot better. And thank God the next 2 games we got are against good teams. Cincinnati is a team we should not let it beat us, but unfortunately we play down the competition. But these next 2 games are going to be something that defines the rest of the season. This will define Ben Roethlisberger's career because there's no way Ben's going to come back after this year. I personally don't want him to come back. I still stand by that statement. Juju Smith-Schuster, I heard Tomlin talk to you today. Cut the bullshit out and focus on fucking playing good football. You got embarrassed on Monday Night Football. Time to get your fucking act together. If you can't do that shit, then fucking get off this team. Because we can have Chase Claypool take over as the number 1. We can have Deontay Johnson as the number 1. Granted, he catches the ball every time. We can have James Washington come in and take over for you. Because James Washington, he doesn't drop anything. When the passes were just really badly thrown to him. Most of the time, when he gets the ball in good opportunities, he gets the ball. Feed James Washington. That's the guy you need to feed. Feed James Conner enough times. Benny Snell, it's not looking like he's a top-tier running back. He has some flashes, but we need James Conner back this week, which I think he will be back. And James Conner knows how to play against good teams, especially when his back's on the wall. But if James Conner can't perform, he can go along with Juju and be gone from this team. Because he's been glass his entire NFL career so far. So, that's pretty much going to be my game plan for this week. If I were Pittsburgh, the game plan's simple. I formation running, strong, up the middle, I formation running. You don't run an I formation with no fullback, get stopped for no gain, and then abandon the run. You keep the run game consistent. Do not make Ben throw 40 times. Make Ben Roethlisberger throw a minimum of 35 attempts. That's about all he needs to do at this point. Remember when the 2015 Denver Broncos were in a similar situation where Peyton Manning was getting turnovers? You know, this is kind of the same similarities. I see the similarities between the 2015 Broncos and the 2020 Steelers. I see a little bit of similarities there, where both quarterbacks are past their prime. They're making mistakes late, but the defense keeps the teams in games. The defense is revolutionary. The offense, they just need to make the smart plays. Don't do anything fancy. Don't do the stupid shit. Just be consistent, expose the weaknesses on the defense. The Colts have a good defense. They have Darius Leonard, who's one of the best linebackers in the game. They have some great lockdown corners. They are a fantastic defensive team. They're one of the better defenses in the league. I would probably say top 3 defenses are Rams, Steelers, and Colts. Right now are the top 3. Just play smart. That's all I'm asking you to do, is to just play smart. Don't do anything stupid. No turnovers. Defense, get to Phillip Rivers, force him to throw, get turnovers. You do those 2 things, we're going to walk away with the W and the AFC North crown. Finally, after not being able to have the chance to win it, but not getting the job done. We're still in the playoffs now, but it's time to take the AFC North. And what do you know? Maybe the next game against the Browns will get flexed to Sunday Night Football, just to see for playoff positioning, because right now, we need to have some big things happen. I would prefer if we get the number 3 seed, realistically. Because if things go our way they could, maybe we can match up against Miami. If we get the number 2 seed, we can match up a little better, but still. The Colts with a tiebreaker, and the Dolphins, though, they would need help. So we'll see what happens. But right now, focus on beating the Colts. I know you guys can do it, and I'm not giving up to you. It's not over until the fat lady sings. So Pittsburgh, just play your school of football. Play your definition of football. And we're going to walk away with the win, because we've beaten the Colts a good amount of times. They've been beating us since 2008, and I want that trend to continue this upcoming Sunday. Shout out to the Renegades in Pittsburgh, the Steel City Disciples. And thank you to the A-Bomb for this name, the Steeler Empire. Let's get the job done. Let's go Steelers. Beat the Colts. Best of luck to you, Nowtown Finest 97. You're a good vid maker, but this week we're enemies. May the best team win, and I am gone. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a great night. I'm out.